Welcome back to Injustice 2 everyone. In this Injustice video, we are going to talk about everyone's favorite character, Deadshot. Specifically, post-patch Deadshot. Now, today I was just thinking, I was playing this character in the lab, practicing these combos. Well, I wouldn't say new combos, but his readjusted combos. They're still pretty tough. And I began to think a little bit about Deadshot and where he stands now in the game. If it's even worth playing Deadshot at this point, or has he been nerfed to hell? Is he completely dead? Like, what's the deal with this character? Well, I gotta report the good news. This character is for sure not dead. In terms of him being a good zoner, he is still very good. The amount of space control this character has is insane, whereas some of the other zoners, specifically thinking of Dr. Fate, unless you're a really high level Dr. Fate, especially cannot control the air. There is no part of the screen that Deadshot cannot control. I would say that this is one of the best air projectiles in the game. He can, again, pretty much shoot anywhere on the screen. And anyone who says that this being slowed down killed this projectile is just not true. Now, certainly Deadshot is a lot weaker, but he really needed some nerfs. This character was, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the best characters and definitely the best zoner in the game. So, what are his advantages? Well, he still got all his old combos. In terms of him being able to combo, nothing changed. Not like when Aquaman was changed. He can still do that. He can still do this and hit 2 projectiles. Only thing is the link is extremely tight. I've managed to do this a couple of times online, but believe me, it's difficult. You have to be pretty much on point with the second projectile, because if you do it too early, the slowdown is not gonna affect it. Or, well, no, it's gonna affect it. It's not gonna come out. And if you do it too late, it's not gonna connect. In terms of the overhead, he can still do that, or otherwise just get that. So in terms of, again, his combos, even his corner combos, nothing has changed. This character still murders in the corner, and he can still get you there really easily. Like, look at the corner carry on that. Meter burn rifle is still extremely good, does a ton of chip, pushes back. It can now be clashed, which is fair. I mean, so many of the other projectiles like Dr. Fate's little EX finger blasts can be clashed. So should Deadshot's, honestly. The only thing that changed with Deadshot is you now have to play incredibly smart. To be honest, he's kind of easy to get in on, and I don't know why. Obviously, his projectile doesn't hit mid. He doesn't have any form of large screen control like Starfire. His projectiles are not mids, so you have to be incredibly smart. You have to be very careful at spacing these shots and placing them all over the screen. You have to know when to use your meter burn rifle. You have to remember that this is an incredibly fast tool, the meter burn straight shot. It's very good at intercepting people. You can react to a lot of stuff, so you have to be incredibly careful with him. I would say that you now have to kind of play both games equally with Deadshot, whereas before you could rely entirely on this and shooting and knocking people away. Now sometimes you have to get in close because his 50-50s are still, like, that's still godlike. He still has decent mids, not the best, but decent. One of the best air-to-airs in the game, which can be comboed into, gets a nice combo out of that. Again, this character, anyone who's saying he's dead is lying, even though universally I think people really wanted this character to be nerfed out of the game, like permanently removed. But to be honest, I always kind of felt bad because I enjoyed, and I still enjoy playing this character. I like the character, his gear is cool, the voice actor is good. So I always kind of felt guilty, just like spamming Deadshot online. And don't worry, like, people still get salty. Even in Mortal Kombat XL, I remember, even when people figured out that Jackie Briggs is not a zoner, that she is incredibly strong up close, even at the end of the game, I still sometimes had people get salty with me because I use Jackie. So probably if you still play Deadshot, the rage quits and the messages are never going to stop, but you just have to kind of take it. To be honest, I genuinely think now that Dr. Fate is a problem, or is gonna be a problem. If you haven't faced or haven't seen a good Dr. Fate, you don't know how impossible that character feels to fight. Especially if your character lacks any sort of air mobility, it is hell. And sure, you know, Deadshot had his bad matchups, you know, Supergirl and all that. Dr. Fate has his bad matchups, Superman I would say, but maybe even Aquaman. But believe me, people are gonna realize soon that Dr. Fate is a problem. Maybe even Starfire, although maybe not Starfire, but Dr. Fate, I think the zoner that's gonna see a lot of play in tournaments and is gonna be on the hit list next up is Dr. Fate. And I'm honestly kind of surprised that he received no changes. At least he didn't get buffed. So that's kind of my little thoughts on Deadshot. I wanted to make this because I hate to class myself as that, but I do kind of main Deadshot. So after the patch, I only thought it was appropriate to make a video on him. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Do any of you guys play Deadshot? What do you think about him? Do you want him to die, patched out of the game, gone? Or do you think this character has become more fair now? Is he still broken? I'd love to know what you think. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, subscribe if you haven't yet. All my social media is in the description if you want to follow me. That's about, I'm done shilling myself, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thanks for watching and goodbye.